Hi friends, my name is Nikki and we call this space the Source Clarity Community. Connecting with Source Clarity is connecting with all of who you really are. It is untethering yourself from the congestion, the nonsense, the illusions, the limiting beliefs, which are essentially illusions within the mind, to tap into the true nature of who you really are. My gosh, I am hyped up right now. And in this video, I want to begin to sort of share ways to begin becoming magnetic, attracting, sort of maybe a romantic partner in your life that you would desire to attract. And I want to give you like a little bit of a story, some insight as to how to begin this journey in becoming magnetic so that you are no longer chasing and you are attracting. Now, we can use this in regards to any area of life, but this specific video, we're going to be talking about relationship. But again, take this story and you can use it with anything. So I remember when I was in high school and little Nikki was like crushing on this girl, right? She represented all aspects of me that I felt like I wasn't giving to myself, okay? That's step number one to understand, okay? Crushes don't really exist, okay? Like, if you have a crush on somebody, it's because they represent aspects of the self you are pulled or you have a desire to experience, but you are not giving yourself, okay? So I want to make that abundantly clear. They don't really exist. And the problem is when we are crushing on someone, okay, and they represent aspects of ourselves that we desire to feel, we're not giving ourselves, people can feel if we want to extract that good energy from them. So anyway, I was crushing on this girl. She represented freedom. She represented good feeling. Anytime I interacted with her, I just felt better, right? My palms would get sweaty. I used to literally like shake like this being around a girl I thought was pretty and I had a crush on. And sure enough, I'm crushing on this girl, and a lot of people were crushing on this girl. It wasn't just me, but I remember like there was this upcoming dance. And anyway, my point with this, I placed her on this pedestal, okay? She represented all these pieces of myself and this energy I wasn't giving myself. I placed her on this pedestal, and there's this dance, okay? And I remember getting excited because I was like, oh my gosh, this dance is coming up. When we're at this dance, I'm gonna ask her to dance, and we're gonna like have a moment. Sure enough, the dance comes around. Little Nikki goes up to this girl that I thought was pretty, that made me feel better about life. It was rainbows and sunshine every time I interacted with her. And I asked her to dance, and her response to me was this, ready? Yes, we can dance, but just don't try and kiss me. Oh, wow, that was fun. Okay, that was a fun feeling. And I remember being like, how did she, I never said anything. I never said I had a crush on her. Like, where did that even come from? And I look back at that now and laugh, but I remember in that moment feeling pretty crushed, right? And I remember like dancing with her, but she's like, don't kiss. I was like, anyway. My point with the story is this. I placed her on a pedestal. We are the creators of our reality, okay? In that moment, I made it mean something about me. I made it mean something negative about me. But because we attract what we're a vibrational match for, if you place someone or something, because remember, you can use this topic in regards to any area of life. If you use something, if you place something on a pedestal, that thing has to interact with you in the way of that thing being on a pedestal and you being lower. You have to decrease your value and place that thing on a pedestal. And people feel frequency and vibration. We attract what we're a vibrational match for. If I am placing someone on a pedestal, it's because I'm not recognizing my own innate brilliance, my own inherent high level value. Okay? And people can feel this whether they are aware of it or not. Life is going to reflect this back to us. Okay? And as much as it was crushing, a couple months later, I actually had like this awakening, this spiritual awakening around like 16. So that probably happened at like 15. And at around 16, I had this like spiritual awakening. I became aware of the laws of the universe and this idea that when you place something on a pedestal, you are going to get a life that reflects back to you of you placing that thing, like it's gonna be on the pedestal. Hi friends, so my camera cut off, but now we're back. I can't remember where I left off, but what I wanna say is at around 16, I had this awakening, right? I had this awakening and I realized that, we are the creators of our reality. And I no longer started placing girls I had a crush on a pedestal, and it was like within a few months I attracted like my first girlfriend that was like super popular, that at one point I would have thought was way out of my league, and I actually couldn't even believe it at that time. And I was like, whoa, that's trippy. But my point with this story is if you're looking to be magnetic and if you're looking to attract someone in your life that you feel is a soul complement, a romantic relationship that is a soul complement, every single thing in this universe has both positive aspects and negative aspects. If you're only seeing the positive aspects of a person, you are not seeing them for who they really are. Therefore, you're placing them on this pedestal. They can never live up to this idea of who you think they are. And you're going to attract a dynamic with them that is out of accordance with alignment, you two being in accordance with each other. The idea is this, okay? This is going to sound trippy. Start to take people and things off a pedestal. How do we do this? Well, if everything in this universe has equal level of positive aspects as they do negative, start to identify some of the negative aspects of people. It's not true love. It is not, I love you because of the things I love about you. I want you to think of the person you love most in this world. Maybe it's your dog. Your dog probably annoys the shit out of you. You are aware of all the perceived negative aspects of your dog, but you love them regardless. That is true love. True love is seeing people for who they really are, their perceived positive aspects, their perceived negative, and loving them regardless. And so if you're looking to be magnetic, the first step is to take things and people off a pedestal. You will inevitably begin to increase your value, and that is how you begin to attract and not chase. Now, as the divine masculine, it is essential that we go after the things that we're asking for and pursue. And for women, it's a beautiful thing to be in that attracting state. But to place things on a pedestal, it is the greatest way to not get what you're asking for. It is like having a repellent on you. And for so long, I felt I was chasing and chasing and chasing and not getting. And now I learn, even in regards to business, in relationships, dating, whatever it may be, you place something on a pedestal, you are not going to get it. You'll have a moment like Nikki where someone says, yes, I will dance with you, but I'm not going to kiss you, right? That was so fun. Okay. And you can change that. Now, one more thing I want to sort of, a lesson I want to extract from that story is making things mean something about you. So like, if you get rejected, okay, an aspect to become magnetic is to not let things mean something negative about you. So I remember like a couple months after that happened, I don't know if it was a couple months, but I eventually had the spiritual awakening, and I realized that obstacles in our life are a catalyst to attract more of the things we're asking for. So if you're someone that you're going after your dreams and goals, that romantic relationship or your career or financial abundance, and you have these obstacles and this rejection, an aspect to become magnetic is to see obstacles as a catalyst to bring you more of what you're asking for. Use it as a sort of inspiration to be more confident, more loving in who you really are. Now, here is what's really cool. This is the Source Clarity community, but we actually have like a free community, okay? It's in the show notes. There's our 5-day free intuition series in there. We have meditations, we have free webinars, the list goes on. You can join that in the show notes. We have more stuff in the show notes. And also, I wanna thank you so much for watching this video. You're a beautiful, beautiful human. Thank you for being a part of the Source Clarity community. Even if it was just for this video, feel free to like the literal shit out of this video. Subscribe and comment the shit out of this video. That would mean the world to me. You're so epic. We're gonna be making more videos, so stay tuned, beautiful humans. Your innate self is magnetic, okay? When you place someone on a pedestal, you are distancing yourself from your innate self that is abundant, that is loved, that is valuable. You are not valuable because you're a valuable, period, okay? All right, thank you so much for watching this video, beautiful human. Stay awesome and authentic. Peace.